Hello and welcome back, dudes and dudettes. This is your guy, Light Liger here, as always, and today I'm gonna be doing a project overview on Surf Finance, which I already talked about back in September on my yield farming video. And the big question obviously is, well, what is different about Surf versus other million farming sites that currently exist in the space? And that is exactly what we're going to be exploring in this video. So for starters, the developer team are actual developers who have worked in numerous Ethereum projects in the past, and it's not just some people who are just copying existing contracts. These are proprietary codes that they have assembled, and they have some unique and proprietary elements which I have not seen in any other existing farming projects so far, which makes it a pretty interesting. And they haven't, by the way, done a rug pull or anything like that, so it's pretty good. And by the way, there's also done audit by Aegis DAO, which are run by my friends who kind of introduced Surf to me initially, and so I have a lot of trust behind this project in general. So that is one of the reasons I'm looking very bullish on it for a long term, because they have an actual plan, which we're going to be exploring in the white paper in a second. But let's kind of assume a lot of the things first in the hard numbers. So currently there is a 2.8 million Surf created, which is the total supply. The max supply is actually 10 million. Here's the market cap. Here we can see the Ethereum price and the amount of liquidity that has been locked in Surf so far, and also the amount of Surf that has been sent to the Whirlpool staking contract, which is one of those proprietary mechanisms about this whole project that makes it pretty much unique. And then on the beaches info tab, you can also see when does it take until all the tokens have been farmed. So that is around 17 days. And when that happens, that's when like the phase 2 of the project basically starts out. And then there's the Whirlpool info, and as you can see, there has been no payouts. Once all the tokens have been mined, the Whirlpool is basically activated. That's how it's going to be working. One of the other things that they have done, interestingly enough, is have a multitude of different beaches to be included on this pool. And I have two, in the farm. I have two right now personally. And what you can also do here is that if you're going to be participating on any uni pairing pool, you will be getting the Surf and the uni tokens from the actual LP tokens that you have. So that is a very lucrative deal for those who are looking into the uni pairing. So if you have Ethereum USDT pulled in, you will be getting Surf and you will be getting the uni rewards top of it. So that is very, very good. One of the other things that kind of has like made it a bit more stronger option versus some of the existing ones. And the layouts on here, the whole branding, I like it. I like it very much. And as we already discussed, there are a couple of these uni pools here. And some of them are not, and there's also like a way to vote in other projects in to be listed here, so more beaches to be created. Each of the pools obviously have a different block rewards, and some pay higher and some pay lower, and you might want to like do some research on that. I actually sold my Ethereum ample for that. Would have been probably one of those that I've used here if I still had it. And I currently have, for example, I put my pink Ethereum rewards here. I have staked it. I pretty much, and you can stake by using Ethereum, which is also an interesting feature there. And by the way, there's an unstaking fee of 10%. We're going to be touching that a bit later on. And then I also have Nuts Ethereum, which is the one that I put out earlier, and I already got like a pretty nice reward here to Surf, and I already claimed like 24 Surf, so that was in a 1 day, so that was very profitable. But you get in early, you get rewards, and that's pretty much the rundown of all these pairings. Even Unitrade is here, and basically let's look into the white paper now. So the white paper is where the juice is basically in. So here's the quick facts we talked about. Initial supply 0, max supply 10 million, token symbol Surf. And by the way, they have already managed to get listed on CoinMarketCap, so that tells you about the legitimacy of this project. Okay, this is literally on the 28th. They have already listed here, like literally on the day that they came out. And CoinMarketCap even replied to one of their tweets, so that is very impressive. So you know that the people behind this project do have connections. And the Whirlpool is a system where basically people stake their LP tokens and they will get portion of those rewards every time somebody sells or buys or sends. There's a transfer fee of 1% will go to the pool for every transaction that is done on Uniswap. 1% goes back into the Whirlpool pool, which is distributed among the staking holders. So when people are dumping, you are getting divs. People are buying, you are getting divs. So that is a very nice system. Here's to talk about the Uni rewards, which are already covered. Also, it is a governance token, and that is very good. And there's no developer fee attached basically to this project. There's a 5% fee on the deposits on the secondary beaches, and the team does not get any of the fee deposits from the surf.eth beach, which is the largest. And obviously talk about the fair distribution, revolt to hodlers when it comes to phase 2, where the Whirlpool becomes active. And there's a good infographic which you're going to be looking into a second. And here are all the contracts which have all posted in a GitHub profile. GitHub, obviously very important when we're looking into any projects on Ethereum pages. Audits, GitHubs, those are the levels of trust, things that build levels of trust. And I'm not going to be going through the actual contracts because most of you don't understand all the intricacies out of them. But there's no fee, by the way, on the Surf FLP tokens in the Whirlpool. But there's a 10% fee to unstake them, just know you know. So here is the Surf ecosystem, which we got to be looking on a closer thing. So basically, 10% of the staking fee is unstaking fee, which is when you withdraw, is sent to the actual liquidity pool. So Surf and Ethereum goes back into Uniswap, where it's locked up there, which is going to be preventing the impermanent loss. Not necessarily impermanent loss, but it's serving that there will be liquidity into the pool, so there will be no high slippages. So we're going to be enjoying probably very nice slippages of 1% or lower because of this mechanism. As people unstake, they pay the fees, they go into the ship, which is holding the locked liquidity. And when people are Whirlpool unstaking, 10% of that also is going into the pool. So it's feeding all of this thing in. And every 1% of these Surf transfers go into the Whirlpool, which we already talked about. And half of the 10% staking fee on the 10,000% API beaches also sent to the Whirlpool and distributed during the first 100 days after its activation. So in the first 100 days, the Whirlpool is going to be getting all of that stuff. And they talk about the future projects. The people are going to be interested working with the Surf, as they have already established themselves very connected in the scene, will mean that the future teams can send Ethereum to the Whirlpool immediately and buy and distribute Surf to the stakers. So I'm not sure how that works in one-to-one basis, how does it work, but basically we will be, I guess the Whirlpool people will be getting Ethereum as well, top of the Surf. That's how I understood it. I will have a clarification of that in the description down below, because I'm not really sure as of right now. I gotta ask around. Also, here is the soft launch, shows a static amount of 40 Surf per block will be minted, and that is around 10-12 seconds. And on the Ethereum, so it goes by the block rewards, not by time or anything other. And then there's another code stuff. And then there's these NFTs called the Surfboards, which are very expensive. They were done in a Dutch auction. I missed on that, sadly. Here's my Ethereum address, by the way, if you want to send me one. Or you want to send me Surf. Any tokens, any tips are always appreciated. Makes me allowed to work and cover these cool projects. And they are, by the way, listed on OpenSea, and damn, they are priced very, very high. I was thinking, hey, I'm gonna buy for one $20. No, dude, the cheapest one is 6.8 Ethereum. Damn, these are very expensive. So there is gonna be rewards for the Surfboard holders, and I think there's only 100 only in the existence of these boards, and some of them are in sale. and some of them have open offers. Maybe I put a $5 offer and maybe some fool maybe will sell it for me. Who knows? But the boards are very nice. Maybe they will create more of them in the future, like a different style, who knows, with different benefits for collectors. And there will be a private channel in Surf Discord server for the surfboard owners to hang out. And they get an early insight into all upcoming developments. And 20 surfboards are reserved for each member of the team, and 80 were auctioned off in the open sea. And it started with a price of 10 Ethereum and down to 0.1 Ethereum. So Dutch auction is a way that it starts out with a prompt price, and when the auction is over, it will be sold on that price basically. So I don't know what price that they were sold on, so I don't think it was 10 Ethereum, but probably a very high price given that the price that they were set on the thing. And it's going to be interesting to see what will happen basically on those things. So it's basically an ecosystem which goes into building a lot of things in the future. The interface is pretty good, and if you're going to be participating on already on these uni staking things, you will be getting the both. So there's no loss to be staking here and get the uni rewards top of the surf one. So that is a very lucrative deal, and I think I have DAI Ethereum pairing, so I gotta be adding that later on. But that is pretty much my run of the surf finance. I will be covering it probably in a future video if they're gonna be doing more updates. And if you want to contact me for DeFi stuff and want to work with me, lightliger@portomel.com is the best way to contact me for business offerings and things like that. And I don't have anything else to add here, so I bid you farewell. Thanks for watching, and I'm going to be seeing you guys on the next streams, which are going to be happening in the upcoming days. A lot of them happening, a lot of giveaways, a lot of cool things happening, so stay tuned for that in my social media on Twitter and also here on YouTube.